This is 2 Kings chapter 19 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
And he set Eliakim, which was over the household, and Shebna the scribe, and the elders of the priests, covered with sackcloth, to Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amoz. And they said unto him, Thus saith Hezekiah, this day
Just let me see. All you needed was 2. Read 2 again. Salakia. I was talking to somebody. Salakia. Yeah.
Verse 2. And he set Eliakim, which was over the household, and Shebna the scribe, and the elders of the priests, covered with sackcloth, to Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amoz.
You see Isaiah the prophet. So this is the time that it was going on. Khan? Yeah. Now let's go to one of my favorite scriptures. You heard me bring this out plenty of times. Let's go to Hosea 12 and 10. And I'm going here for a reason.
Hosea chapter 12 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions.
So the Lord spoke by the prophets. The Lord didn't come down here himself. He always sent messengers, whether the messengers were angelic beings or whether the messengers were men. Khan? Read it again.
I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions.
And he multiplied the visions. Go ahead.
And used similitudes.
Go ahead.
By the ministry of the prophets.
By the ministry of the prophets. Now let's get Hebrews 1 and 1. I'll show you something.
This is Hebrews chapter 1 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
God, who at sundry times and in diverse manners.
And in what?
Diverse manners.
And in diverse manners. Go ahead.
Spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets.
So the Lord spoke in times past to the prophets in diverse manners. So many of the prophets said the same exact thing, but in diverse ways, using similitudes. You understand? Now let's get, for the context of Isaiah 56. Let's go to Deuteronomy 13 and 6. The law against idolatry. What happens to somebody who's in idolatry? You die. Read that. 13 and 6, I believe. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 13 and verse 6.
You're going to read to 9. Go ahead.
If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son or thy daughter, or of the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, Let us go and serve other gods.
So if any of these people entice you to say, hey, you should be a Muslim. You should go to Christianity. Go ahead.
Let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers, namely of the gods of the people, which are round about you, not unto thee or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him.
Go ahead.
But thou shalt surely kill him. Thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people.
So if you committed idolatry and you were telling other people to do the same, you were supposed to be put to death. So what would you think would happen to Israelites that were committing idolatry? Did all of them get put to death? But they were cast out of the land. And how were they being treated? So now you have Israelites that were known for committing idolatry, cast out of the land. But what happens if their child wants to come back to the covenant? How will they be treated? Like the parents, like a heathen. All right? I'm doing all of this for a reason. All of the precepts I'm going through, it's all going to make sense at the end. Come? All right. Now, let's go to Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 6.
This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
The Lord said also unto me in the days of Josiah the king, Hast thou seen that which backsliding Israel had done? She has gone up upon every high mountain and under every green tree, and there hath played the harlot.
So the northern kingdom was heavy in idolatry. Everybody knows this, right? Keep reading.
And I said, after she had done all these things, Turn thou unto me, but she returned not, and the treacherous sister Judah saw it.
And Judah seen what happened to the northern kingdom. They got cast out of the land. They got scattered. They became the Gentiles, the heathen. Read.
And I saw, when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I had put her away, and given her a bill of divorce, yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also.
But the same thing happened to the southern kingdom. Even with all the signs that they seen, they also went off. They began to commit idolatry. Finish it up. That's verse 9, right?
Verse 9. And it came to pass through the lightness of her whoredom that she defiled the land and committed adultery with the stones and with stocks.
So Judah defiled the land. This is where you get the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the Essenes. They began to go off, man. All right? Now let's get into it. Isaiah 56. But before we get into it, I'm gonna pick some brothers real quick. Let's just go to verse 3. Let's go to verse 4. Verse 4. Let's go to verse 4 real quick.
Isaiah chapter 56 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
For thus saith the Lord unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbaths, and choose the things that please me, and take hold of my covenant. Even unto them will I give in mine house and within my walls a place and a name better than of the sons and of daughters. I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off.
Shaquat. Break it down.
Verse 4. For thus saith the Lord.
And make sure you speak up. You got to speak loud like you outside. Go ahead.
For thus saith the Lord unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbaths, and choose the things that please me, and take hold of my covenant. Even unto them will I give in mine house, and within my walls a place, and a name better than of the sons and of daughters. I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off.
Who are the eunuchs?
I'm asking you.
Well, we know a eunuch would be someone that's preserved. In ancient time, they weren't having sex. That's one reason. Another reason, the privy members were cut off. What's that precept where it says some are eunuchs for the Lord's glory and other eunuchs?
Okay. Yeah. But when it says a name better than sons and of daughters, why would their name be better than sons and of daughters?
Well, there's only one people that are considered sons and daughters of the living God.
So are you saying that eunuchs are going to be better than the children of Israel?
I assume those eunuchs are too.
But why would it say that they're better than the sons and daughters?
I would say they're better than the sons and daughters.
You see the trickiness that a Christian to play? This is what a Christian to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what a Christian will do.
I'll pull a precept.
But why? You got to stay right here.
You got to stay right there. You got to prove with the word.
Yeah, but you got to learn how to stay in the context. You don't always got to use a precept. The verse is a precept in itself. So
by context, we know that only people that keep the Sabbath.
Okay, stop. Let's go to Isaiah 56 and 1. Good job. Good job, Shaquat. Good job. There you go. That's it right there. Nah, that was it right there. That's all you had to do. But we gonna break down this whole chapter. Isaiah 56 and 1. Read.
Isaiah chapter 56 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Thus saith the Lord, keep ye judgment.
Keep ye what?
Keep ye judgment.
Judgment. Keep ye judgment. Meaning be fair. No respect of persons. Leviticus 18 and 4. Leviticus 18 and 4. Tell you, we're gonna read every single verse in this chapter and go line upon line. Good.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall do my judgments and keep mine ordinances to walk therein. I am the Lord your God. Verse 4.
So the Lord said to keep what?
You shall do my judgments.
You shall do my judgments. Right? Judgment, you have to have what? To have correct judgment. Discernment. That's what you have to have. Discernment. Now let's go to verse. You read 5 or not? Or was that just 4? Read 5.
Verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord.
Now let's go to wisdom. Nah, let's not go there yet. Let's not go there yet. Let's go back. Let's go back to Isaiah 56.
Isaiah chapter 56 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Thus saith the Lord, keep judgment and do justice.
Keep judgment and do justice. So you have to have discernment, and you have to not be a respect of persons. The judgment has to be equal on all planes. Go ahead.
For my salvation is near to come.
So this shows you that it's what? This is prophetic. This is prophecy. Go ahead.
For my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed.
And his righteousness to be revealed. Who was that righteousness that was revealed? Yahweh Shai. He was revealed. And he is what's going to bring salvation. Khan? Let's go back to Leviticus 18 and 26. No, 18 and 26. You're going to read 26 to 28.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 26.
Go ahead.
You shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments.
See it again? Everybody talks about the law, right? But you have to have proper judgment, proper discernment on how to deal with a matter. You understand? Read.
You shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you.
Nor what?
Nor any stranger that sojourneth among you.
Nor any stranger that sojourns among you. Read.
For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you.
So all of these abominations have the men of the land done. Who is that? The children of Canaan. They did all these abominations. You think the Most High just said, go there and kill them for no reason? Finish that up.
For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled.
And the land is defiled. That was 28, right?
It's 28.
Yeah.
That the land spew not you out also when you defile it, as it spewed out the nations that were before you.
Now let's see. Right? Wisdom. Now let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. 12 and 3. Okay.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 and verse 3. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land.
So it was the Lord's will to destroy the Canaanites by the hands of the Israelites. Go ahead. This is the God we serve, man. Read.
Verse 4, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices.
Read.
And also those merciless murders of children and devourers of man's flesh.
They would. Do you hear this? They did human sacrifice. They were cannibals. Go ahead.
With their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed with their own hands souls destitute of help.
You see that? So this is why the Lord, out of Egypt,